friends or anybody else that you were with in Oklahoma?
No, not really. There was one guy, and I think he was kind of a preacher. You know, I think he preached, and that's what we call him. We call him Reb. But me and him were good friends. And then there was another one named Jones. Everybody kind of goes by the last name.
And what year, what month and stuff were you there?
Let's see. I was out there. I went out there. I went to service in '66. I think it was right toward the end of November, somewhere in the middle of November, that I left and went to Fort Sill, and that was in 1966. And then I stayed out there until May of '67. And then I came home and stayed home 30 days, and then June of '67 is when I went to Vietnam. I stayed over there until June of '68 when I came home and got out. And they got if you had 90 days left when you got home, called it a 90-day drop. If you had less than 90 days to go when you got home, they went ahead and let you get out, and you didn't have to go back to another base. Which that's what happened to me. I had to extend 5 more days in Vietnam. You know, where I would go over. So,
right.
You know, I would have had something like 87 days when I'd come home if I'd have stayed on the right thing. But I extended 5 more days.
So you were saying earlier that you had to, they had to make sure that you kept your truck and stuff all clean over in the States, but when you went over to Vietnam, it was different.
Oh yeah, over in the States, and we'd have to go out there on the days we wasn't having shoot. And see, and I was in charge of a truck. If you wasn't in charge of a truck, so you had to do, you had to go on guard duty and all that. But if you was in charge of a truck, so you didn't have to do that. And they had me in charge of the truck, so I had to keep it clean and everything. I had to take the batteries out every day and clean the battery box and repaint, put the batteries back in. That was every other day I had to do that. And then paint, and then wash it every day. Anytime if it left that motor pool, it went out that gate and come back in, you had to wash. If you didn't go no farther than that end of the park down there, you know, it had to be washed and brought back in. And I had to get up under that truck and take a brush, with bristles on it about that long, with a little long handle on it, bristles on it about like that. And you had all this, you would mix up some, I think it was gasoline and oil or something you mix up together, or mental spirits or something like that. You mix it up together. And then you get under that thing on a tree and go all up under that truck cleaning. Now, everything under that truck had to be clean.
Every day?
No, we didn't do that about once a week.
Okay.
You know. You had to wash it every day, but we were laying out there doing that one day, and I mean it was hot. This was probably might have been 2 or 3 weeks before I left. Probably in May. Anyway, it was hot, and we was out there. They let us take our shirts off. We didn't have that but our t-shirts. We was out there. I was laying out there, you know, trying to clean up on that thing, and you know I didn't clean the whole truck, you know, all under there. But see, I just take my hand, lay it up over the thing, you know, where it looked like I was doing something. They looked out there, you know, looked down there. I didn't clean the whole truck. I didn't clean it as good as it can be cleaned with that little brush. I mean, because you clean it good, it looks good. It even kind of shines a little bit when you do that with that stuff. But it has the oil in it. Anyway, and so they come out there and they started hollering for all this. Y'all get on in there, get everything up and get inside, hurry up, get inside, you know. And then, so all them, they were looking up there on Mount Scott. Mount Scott was a big mountain over there close to Fort Sill. Anyway, you could see something coming over the mountain. It looked like, I didn't know, just something coming over the mountain like this, you know. And, you know, thought, what in the world is that? You know, they kept saying, get inside, get inside. Well, by the time we got our tube and got inside, these tumbleweeds and everything was coming through the motor pool. And it was I guess it was something like a windstorm or something. Boy, it come through there and blowing them things. And I mean, the temperature dropped, you know, none of us have a field jacket with us. You know, all of us had just shirts. So we put our shirts on, even though they were long sleeve, we still like pros, because we had to go way on up and pile up in the truck and go way up on the other end where our actual barracks were and where the motor pool was. But that's how quick a front could go through out there in Oklahoma. So we was out there in short sleeve shirts, and I mean, it was hot. And all of a sudden that goes through, and man, it dropped. I bet the temperature dropped 30 degrees. I don't know how far, but